Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk, and today we're going to talk about the Vision Ears EVE20. Do greatly appreciate HeadFi and Vision Ears for setting up the gear tour to give me the opportunity to review the EVE20 and also to review some other Vision Ears. And is the EVE20 my favorite Vision Ears so far? The EVE20 is part of the exclusive line from Vision Ears, and so what Vision Ears is going to do is make a concept IEM and make a limited edition for 1 year. So the EVE is the exclusive Vision Ear. 20 is for the year 2020. There will be a new one next year, and so on and so forth. The EVE20 comes in this nice aluminum carry case. Now there is more unboxings if you purchase it directly from Vision Ears. Obviously it'll come in a box and a few other things, but for the tour it came in this really nice aluminum case. It says EVE across the top of it. You get your IEMs, some candy for the trolls, and some spin fit tips. Now the EVE20s come in at a price tag of around $1,600 USD. And as you can see on the left ear it says VE, and then on the right ear it says EVE. So they actually should be, there you go. They have a nice color in red, and then like this yellowish white color on the shells. You can see everything inside it. Looks really cool. I like the build of it. It's nice and light, but to me it just doesn't feel like something exclusive. If you're going to say something is exclusive, I think it should have this like exquisite type of faceplate and just an overall nicer build feel. This just feels a little bit on the cheap side, similar to the other VEs that I've reviewed. The shells just don't wow me, but I do like this and I enjoy it. It is a little bit flat on the back side here. I do wish that it had a little bit of curvature so it would fit in the ear a little bit better. I found that these were not the most comfortable in the ear, but they were more comfortable than the Elysium, but not as comfortable as the VE8. The cable is the same cable that came with the VE8, and I'm not a fan of it. It's a cheap chintzy cable that reminds me of Noble X Universal, and I hated that cable, and this one just reminds me of that. So if you want to upgrade it, you can get a upgrade cable from Drop, and this cable's a whole lot nicer, feels more just better overall. Also, in regards to the build quality, for the price tag of roughly around $1,600 USD, it would be nice to be able to get some build quality, like something like a $250 Ray Solo. I mean, these things are metal and they just look durable, they feel durable, they look nice, they're pretty, they're sexy, and to me they just feel premium. And for $250, they, in my opinion, blow the build quality away of the VE. You could also get a $400 ADV M5 1D. This shell feels just the same as, if not a little bit nicer, of the VE. Also, the cable is better on the Advanced, in my opinion. If you go up in price to about $750, you're going to get a little bit nicer of a build from the Mass Drop Empire Ears Zeus. That has a little bit nicer of a feel also. So I just feel like VE could have, since you're doing exclusive, you maybe could have stepped up the build quality a little bit. In regards to sound, you're going to need to be prepared just a little bit for some hiss. These tend to be a little bit sensitive, and so you're going to want something either like an IFI earbuddy or a IFI IE match. and either one of those works very well with it. Speaking of gear that I used, I did use dongles mostly straight out of my phone, but I did use a couple DAPs. So I used the X Duo Link and also the NextDrive Spectra X. And speaking of DAPs, I used the Sony A105 and also the Pioneer XDP30R. Did not have any problems whatsoever with any of those powering the EVE, and I found that they all sounded very pleasant and pretty much about the same as far as sound signatures that we're going to describe. So sound of the VE EVE20. Now these are 6 BA per side. And so they have 2 bass, 2 mid, and 2 treble BAs. The bass of the EVE20 is about where I really enjoy it. It is probably one of the best BA basses that I have heard. And it has a nice deep extension to it. You get some nice sub-bass texture and tones and detailing. And it's not a super thumpy, rock your world type of sub-bass, but you definitely know it's there. And when called upon, it will give its presence. Upper bass and mid bass are more at the prominent side of the bass of the EVE20, and I just find that it is well done. It's very satisfying, and you can hear every little hit and slam, strum, and whatever else that you can get out of the percussions and instruments down there in the bass regions. It has very good speed, and it also has very good decay and resolves extremely well. The details are tremendous on the bass. I really do enjoy the EVE20's bass a whole lot. I found that it was just a very fun and engaging bass, and I never felt like I wanted more or less. It was just about right where I like it. Mid-range is really the star of the show, just like all the other Visioneers, and it has a really nice natural tone to it, has very good texture, and unlike a lot of BA IEMs, the EVE20 does not have plasticky metallic sounding timbre. It's actually very natural sounding, and I really do enjoy it. It has an exceptional thick and forward and detailed sound out of the mids, and I really do enjoy it quite a lot. Vocals, especially on it, are very, very smooth. Instruments sound a little bit on the cut off side, a little blunt, but it's not super annoying. But every now and then you'll just miss a little bit of the attack for them. But for the most part, I really do enjoy most of the mids. It's a very good, but I do find that it's just a little bit not quite as detailed as the bass is. And then the treble it's got like a little lower presentation. It extends well, but it just seems to be a little bit farther back in the mix than both the mids and the bass. And so sometimes it'll sound a little stuffy. It'll sound a little bit like it's lacking for air, but it has all the details and all the clarity in there. It just seems like every now and then it's a little bit dark and a little bit behind everything else. And sometimes I just wish that it had a little bit more energy, a little bit more to just bring out the naturalism of the sound, so to speak. But I really did enjoy the EVE20 a whole lot for that. And then the soundstage on it is a little bit on the average side. It's not intimate, but it's not wide. I find that it's pleasant, and it does a really good job with imaging and spatial and isolation and separation. It has a good spatial awareness, and it's very easy to place things and seat things. It has good depth and layering, and I really do enjoy the soundstage on the EVE20. So overall, I find that the VE EVE20 is actually my favorite Visioneers I've heard so far. It has that laid back, just chill and very smooth, engaging mids. And then the treble is not fatiguing at all, and it just has a way of just being mellow and makes you feel like you're hanging out with your music. And then the bass is nice and engaging. I really do enjoy the EVE20 a lot. For the price tag of $1,600, yes, they're pricey, but I definitely would recommend it if you have the money and you're looking for a laid-back, chill type of IEM. If you're looking for something with a little more detail and something with more clarity and energy up top, the EVE20 wouldn't be where I would be looking. I would probably look more towards some of the other Vision Ears products like a VE8 or something along those lines. So Vision Ears and HeadFi, I do greatly appreciate you giving me the opportunity to review the EVE20, and I finally have a Vision Ears that I actually enjoyed, and I'm so thankful for that. And now, as I know that I'm going to be getting more Vision Ears to review, I'm curious as to what they will bring. It's been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen is a subscription link and notification bell. If you haven't already, please check those off, and then check out the links down below for where you can buy the Vision Ears EVE20 and also for other gear that was listed in the review. Thank you, and have yourself a great day.